do this every day. It really works. One of the things that I've incorporated in my everyday life is prayer, reading, and meditation. I've started to carve out about 15 minutes every day before I go to work, or even if I'm off work, just to dedicate that time between me and God. It really helps me stay grounded. It helps me prepare myself mentally for what's going on and get my day started. So what I usually do is I make my little tea and my coffee and sit in my little corner. I open up my Bible and I start reading a couple of daily passages, whatever's on the calendar. And then I have at least 2 books right now that I'm reading. They are like daily devotionals. Well, one of them is like a sequel to The Purpose Driven Life. um, and so I'll read a couple of pages of both books every day. And I just really purposed in my heart that I would do this because you really need some type of defense, mental defense mechanism when you're going out here into this world. And honestly, it does feel different. It gives me a sense of peace. I don't really have a lot of anxiety. Even going to work, there's things that arise that a lot of people have mental anguish about, and it really doesn't even faze me anymore. I'm learning in this season is gratefulness. Psalms 136 talks about giving thanks to the Lord. And this is something that I have to constantly do and be thankful. Be thankful for everything that he's done, everything that he will do. So a few months ago, I was driving home from work, minding my own business, and someone ran a red light and T-boned me, and my car flipped. And they decided to drive away. And I will have to say that was one of the most, it was a very stressful situation. I'll say that much. All I remember is that when the car stopped rolling, because it flipped, all I could remember was holding on to that steering wheel so tight and calling on the name of Jesus over and over and over again. All I remember is looking out the windshield and seeing the sky and thinking, oh no, I hope this car. All I remember is looking out the windshield and calling on the name of Jesus and praying that I would get out of it okay. And when the car stopped moving, I I wiggled my toes just to make sure I could feel my feet. I mean, I didn't know. I was in shock. And it was probably one of the most, I don't know, if anybody's ever been in a car accident, it's traumatic. And thankfully, they caught the person. And with all that being said, I have learned to be very grateful. I've learned to be grateful for everything that I have, but also everything that I don't have. And going through that made me realize that life here on earth is temporal. It's really temporal. None of this stuff that we get, we can't take any of this with us. So it's so important to remember where your blessings come from. It's important to be grateful for everything that he's done for you, and to remember your purpose. Remember your purpose is to glorify him while you're here on this earth. So carving out that little 15 minutes of my time to spend with God in prayer and meditation and reading has really helped me. It's kept me grounded. It's kept me from anxiety and stress, going to work. There's all type of things that come at me. And I've noticed since I started doing it, I don't really stress about certain things that other people stress about. It's not that I don't care, but having that time in the morning to get myself and gather myself mentally, it gives me that fortitude to deal with a lot of stuff that's going on, that's going to be coming across me. On my way to work, I tend to pray. I break out, even if I prayed earlier in that morning, I break out and start praying because you never know. We really don't realize the effects that anxiety and stress can take on our bodies. So many times it can be manifested in body aches and pains and all types of issues. So I encourage you, if you carve out just a little bit of time for you and God, it will make a world of difference. I hope this helps, and I hope you apply it in your everyday life. So if you haven't, go ahead and follow, subscribe, hit that link below. I'm going to be posting a lot more content. Also, more in-depth conversations. So stay tuned. All right, talk to you later.